How's it going, lads? Marshall here, and welcome to another review on the channel. This one is possibly my last Team of the Season player review. We're going to end it with a bang with Kevin De Bruyne, but for Team of the Season reviews, Team of the Season is dead. It's over. It's kaput. There is no more content being made out of Team of the Season players. So, for now, and maybe in the future it will change, I'll stop the Team of the Season reviews. But like I said, we're going out on a bang with Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sure there's players that I have missed in the past. Like Stindl springs to mind. Robin springs to mind. If I do use the players in the future, I'll let you know what I rank them on Twitter if you ask me, or in the comments if you ask me, or even in the best series I started yesterday. I'll rank them in amongst the best on the game. So, you'll get to know exactly what I think of every single card I use from here on in. So guys, if you do enjoy this review, the last Team of the Season one, smash the hell out of that thumbs up button straight away. 1,000 likes is your target. And if you do want any cheap MSP, PSN, or even game codes, head on over to g2a.com, use that code M89. Every single link that you will need is right there in the description below. And I'm not saying I'm stopping reviews, by the way, because upcoming we have footies, we have premium like throwback SBCs, the likes of Toddy. I'm expecting one of them. Honestly, we have some great content upcoming in the future, so look forward to that. The team in the background, we have some strikers that could be used in the best. A 90 rated Heung-min Son and 86 rated Anthony Martial. The rest of the team, we have Travis Nets, Dario Sun. I wanted to use some Team of the Season players that I'm not quite familiar with, that I haven't used in the past. Dario Sun is a great fullback, but at the same time, he lacks the raw pace that you need as a fullback. Technical side, outstanding. So, as a super sub, use him in midfield. That is the only position for him in my eyes. The rest of the defense, we have Blanc, Thiago Silva. The guy is a general. Honestly, he's so damn good at centre back, and he bosses the defensive line. Kazawa, Pogba, Kante, Vieira, and the man in the middle, Kevin De Bruyne. Guys, let's get in the review. So here we go then, lads, and with players that we do review, the first thing we focus on is always the price. Now, I don't have the price range there anymore because it's quite redundant. Everyone knows the price range, everyone knows it's vast, everyone knows he doesn't go for his minimum, he doesn't go for his max. So, in terms of a price estimate, he's gone for between 520 and 570 on the Xbox, 550 and 600k on the PlayStation, and for what you get for that price, my good God, 2 assists, 12 goals in 7 games, very, very impressive record, all in Division 1. He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot heights and medium work rates. Now, the kit I used on this card was Hunter. Why? I bought him with Hunter on, that is the only reason why, but as you can see, it says he got 96 pace. Lies, honestly, in-game, it's lies. He's got 82 acceleration, that is probably true, 85 sprint speed. Apart from that, he's got no boost in pace whatsoever. Now, as a cam on this game, pace, it doesn't really mean much unless you kind of an advanced cam and you run on behind the strikers and you in behind the defense. That is when pace kind of takes effect on a cam. With Kevin De Bruyne, he doesn't really need the pace, but at the same time, he's not 96 pace in the slightest. That is blatant lies on the chem part on this game, and that is a great goal in the background. That is a sensational goal. And if you're wondering how you do that skill, on the right stick in the direction you're running, you tap it forward in the direction you're running 3 times, and it will scoop it up. And as you can see, it locks the defender off the ball. It does this all the time, and it's a skill move I use in quite a few games. If I'm given the space to do it, and I want to try and get it on the volley with a certain player, Kevin De Bruyne, for example, I will do it in game because, like I said, it locks the defender off the ball. And when it does that, it gives you a chance to score the goal or assist somebody or take it on the volley, which I want to do with Kevin De Bruyne. I've been trying to kind of scoop it up from outside the area and have a shot on the volley and score a goal all FIFA long. It doesn't always work, but inside the area, it's a very effective technique. What's also effective with Kevin De Bruyne, his long shots, 97 long shot, and the long shot take a trade, and 96 shot power, gives this card one of the most lethal long shots on the game for a cam. Unreal. It's unreal. Honestly, nearly every single time I took aim with Kevin De Bruyne, it was on target. It was making the goalkeeper work. There wasn't too kind of many chances where I thought, you know what, this is a banker. This is going in the back of the net, and it would sail wide. That would not normally happen. Either he'd make the keeper work, or it would go in the back of the net. One or the other. Another cracking goal there in the background from De Bruyne as he runs to the corner flag, and he headbutts it. So anyways, guys, onto the pros we go. We have the first touch with Kevin De Bruyne. It is immaculate every single time. His ball control is great. I mean, look at it on the left hand side, 98 ball control. That is his first touch. Basically, it should be titled first touch instead of ball control, but as you know, his ball control, his first touch, whatever you want to call it, unbelievable. He can trap a ball coming at him at 200 miles an hour, and it's always in control because his dribbling stat is very good, and he's fast on the dribble as well because he's got good agility. Balance, not so much. I don't think his balance was too high in terms of rating, but I've got to say, he was quite evasive in game, and he did skip in and out of challenges. The rest of his pros, we move on to the shooting with Kevin De Bruyne because it is that bloody good. Shot power, unbelievable. Honestly, every single time you take kind of aim with Kevin De Bruyne, bang, it is flying towards the back of the net. And like I said with the long shots, he's got one of the most clinical, one of the most lethal, one of the most sought after long shots on this game, because with cams on this game, they get into a lot of goal scoring situations, whether that be from range, where long shots comes into effect, or whether it be in the area where his finishing comes into effect. His finishing is very bloody high. I'm sure it's in the 90s, so inside the area, he's great in front of goal, and he's always very composed. That's what I like about the card. I'm not sure on this card's composure, but inside the area, he just always seemed composed, always seemed to kind of know the right shot technique to use, kind of how to take the shot, which is shot technique. But anyways, guys, his worst stats are acceleration 82 and sprint speed of 85. Now, if the chem style actually did work on the card and it was in fact 96 pace, I wouldn't have any qualms at all with the pace of this card. But as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, overall pace is a con. Even though he doesn't really need it, at the same time, it is a con in itself, because if you're a cam and you burst in beyond the strikers, you've got to get in behind. You've got to use that pace. Kevin De Bruyne, he doesn't have that pace. For example, this is going to extreme examples, by the way. Francesco Totti, say if you're a striker and you flick down to the cam, Totti's playing cam, he's in behind, he's going to get caught up all the time, and you'll lose kind of an opportunity to score, an opportunity to shoot. The same could be said with Kevin De Bruyne, because sometimes he is caught up in other kind of situations where other players on this game might just get away from him. For example, a Henrik Mkhitaryan, who is faster than De Bruyne, would get kind of further advanced on into the final third. He'll move faster, you'll be faster, and you'll get a better chance to score a goal. Whereas with De Bruyne, you've got to stop the ball, you've got to look for different options, and you've got to explore different techniques to your game. Like I say with a lot of players on this game, you've got to alter your technique every now and then for certain players. For Kevin De Bruyne, you do to a certain extent with his pace, but everything else, it's amazing. It is so damn good. We have the shot power, long shots, passing. For a cam on this game, that is very, very important with Kevin De Bruyne. Every single time, he's Ozil-esque. Even though in real life, Ozil, he's not as good as he once was in terms of passing, because sometimes he does give the ball away. But Kevin De Bruyne, outstanding when it comes to passing. You would have seen there in the background as well, that penalty decision to my opponent, or for my opponent, or against my opponent. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Kevin De Bruyne will step up and he will score the penalty. Nice compose into the bottom corner. What is good with De Bruyne? You've got his positioning, you've got his movement in position, he's got high to medium work rates, which I did love about the card, because he's able to drift in behind, he's able to drop short for the ball, he's able to kind of never be static. I love that about cams on this game, when they're not static, because you know they're always going to be in space, and when you're a cam and you're in space and you unlock this space, you're dangerous, you're a dangerous cam. That is exactly what Kevin De Bruyne is. Of course, his dribbling is very good, and the kind of neck breaker with this card, 4-star combo. I love that about De Bruyne. Yes, on previous versions of FIFA he had a 5-star weak foot, but I've got to say, like I said many times during the start of this video, he really feels like he's got a 5-star weak foot. I'm not saying that his stat is a lie, or the trait is a lie, or the skill moves or the weak foot is a lie. I'm not saying that in the slightest. I'm just saying he's basically got a 5-star weak foot, lads. Honestly, if you move towards that left foot and you think, you know what, I want to kind of shimmy this to the right to make sure it's a goal, don't always do that, because his left foot is just as good as his right. So, what would I give this card? He's going to get an overall rating of a 9.8, a very high rating for myself, and a value for coins as well of a 9.2. Is he foot champs ready? This guy should be using the foot champs. Is he seasoned ready? You already know he is, lads. He'd be great in seasons, as he was for me. In FUT Champs, he'd be great as well. The similar players, we have Isco, we have Mkhitaryan, and we have Eriksen. Probably the cheapest out of them is Mkhitaryan, I do believe, but Isco is quite similar if you want to go in Liga BBVA, or Eriksen is another team of the season choice. So, that's going to be about it for this review, lads. In terms of what I'd pay for the card, 480 to 500k on the Xbox, so quite close to his price estimate, and the same can be said about the PlayStation as well, at 530 to 550. So that is this comprehensive review over. I hope you have enjoyed, lads, and if you have, smash the hell once again out that thumbs up button. Footies content, everything footies related, FUT birthday, the premium SPCs, basically, the throwback ones, like the likes of Totti, Gerrard maybe, Lampard maybe. It's going to be very enjoyable, and I hope you stick around for that. So like I said, lads, smash a like on this video, subscribe if you are new around here, and as always, I will catch you all next time, lads.